postmodern architect Omen Yan, who tragically passed away in a bicycle accident outside of Chicago 3 years ago. Speaking of postmodernism, that's going to be our next era. Postmodernism had a great 10-year run in the 1980s. Everything about postmodernism was the opposite of mid-century modernism. The most famous quote about postmodernism came from the architect Robert Venturi, who said, "Less is not more, less is a bore." Our first example of postmodernism, looming ahead of us across the next bridge, the elegant black polished granite skyscraper looming above us. That would be the Leo Burnett building from 1989, designed by the brilliant Irish architect Kevin Roof. Again, postmodernism, everything about it, the opposite of mid-century modernism. Not steel and glass, elegant cladding, in this case highly polished black granite. The buildings are highly ornamented. They are often throwbacks. They are tributes to prior architectural eras. In this case, the Leo Burnett building is a throwback to what is called the Chicago commercial style. Chicago commercial style, very popular in Chicago, late 1800s, early 1900s. A Chicago commercial style building, as does the Leo Burnett building, has three distinct parts. Elegantly ornamented first floor, usually a retail space or a restaurant. An artistic cornice at the top separating the building from the sky. Everything else in between, no matter how tall, regularly, consistently designed. The building is known as the Leo Burnett building because of Chicago's most famous and at the time largest ad agency. Tenants of this building have created characters like the Marlboro Man, the Jolly Green Giant, the Pillsbury Doughboy. I've long known about the location of the Leo Burnett building. Before I became a docent, I spent 37 years working in the advertising industry. Yes, I was proudly a madman. I worked for DDB. We were the second biggest agency in Chicago. We were Leo Burnett's biggest rivals. In our lobby, we had an antique cannon. We were instructed by our management to always keep that antique cannon pointed at the Leo Burnett building. We were assured by our management the cannon was not loaded. It was a very friendly rivalry. One more era to go. That was the Art Deco. Art Deco, another era with a great 10-year run, in this case in the 1920s. Roaring 20s. This was an era worldwide in culture and theater and art and architecture. The Roaring 20s, a time of great celebration. World War I had ended. The Spanish flu had been conquered. King Tut's tomb discovered in Egypt in 1922. The Art Deco era had many Egyptian influences and aesthetics. Our first example of Art Deco, we'll see it much along the tour today. Left side of the